Hi, welcome to Jovie's home. I post new videos every Tuesday and sometimes on Thursdays. Today's video is actually a request that I received from somebody that chats with me over on Instagram. So if you're not following me there, come check it out there too. And he is an American that is wondering about gay rights in the Netherlands. So this video is for you and anyone else that might be wondering what it's like to be gay in the Netherlands. I myself am not gay, I am straight. However, I'm an ally and I do believe that gay rights is human rights. So I want to make this video. I won't be able to speak about personal experiences with that. So if you are gay and you would like to share your personal experience, please do so in the comments. This video is going to be more about like the policy level and what it's like to be a gay person, what protections you have here in the Netherlands. So if that sounds good to you, then why don't you come on in, kick off your shoes and stay a while. I'm really glad you're here. Before we hop into today's video, the Dutch word of the day, and it's a really important one, of acceptance. So we say acceptatie. Is it acceptatie? Acceptatie? The Dutch word of the day is acceptatie, which is acceptance. I want to read to you something from the Government of Netherlands website, because when I read this for the first time, and I'm going to do it again, I got really, really emotional reading it. It is just such a statement that is so clear, and I can only imagine how much it would mean to someone who is oppressed or living in a country where their government does not accept them to read something like this. So, around the world, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and intersex persons face discrimination and violence, but everyone should have the right to be themselves. It doesn't matter who you are or whom you love. That is why the Netherlands promotes rights, equal rights for LGBTI people worldwide. The Netherlands is committed to abolishing the criminalization of homosexuality, fighting anti-LGBTQ discrimination, and promoting the social acceptance of LGBTI persons. What this means is that basically there's not really too much that I can talk to you about in this video. I was talking to Dan and telling him that I was gonna be writing this video, and he was like, but what are you gonna talk about? That's boring. There's like literally nothing to say. And I was just like, what do you mean? Like, there's so many protections and there's like so many rights, and that's so amazing. He was like, yeah, like duh, like of course, like, and it just brought home how different the reality is for somebody who is living in the Netherlands to just be like, yeah, of course, like this is, of course it is, of course we protect our gay people, of course it's equal rights, like no shit, Sherlock. Whereas for me, I'm still a little bit in that American mindset of we have to keep fighting and being allies and keep promoting and visibility and talking. And so, yeah, so if I seem a little bit like, wow, in this video, it is because that's not really how it is in the American culture yet. So in 2001, the Netherlands became the first country in the whole world to recognize same-sex marriages. Boom, straight out the gate. They're like, let's recognize gay marriage. On April 1st, 2001, the mayor of Amsterdam married 4 same-sex couples, making them the first 4 gay couples to legally be married in the whole world. So when we talk about gay marriage, it's just marriage here. There's no gay marriage or straight marriage. You can marry who you want. An interesting note to mention is that up until 2014, civil servants could refuse to marry same-sex couples, but then a law was passed in 2014 making it illegal for civil servants to refuse to marry same-sex couples. So you can't even on the basis of your own beliefs refuse to marry same-sex people. Alongside same-sex marriage, at the same time in 2001, the Netherlands made it legal for same-sex couples to adopt children. So same-sex couple adoption. Further to that, lesbian couples have the right to have IVF, and that is also included in their health care. So basically, yeah, a single woman can go and have IVF on her own. Lesbian couples can go ahead and get, have children through IVF, and that is something that is protected in the Netherlands. In 1994, the Dutch Parliament passed a law called the Equal Treatment Act of 1994, and that act bans discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation in employment, housing, and private and public accommodations. So yeah, you cannot be fired from your job because of your sexual orientation, or you cannot be denied housing on the basis of your sexual orientation, which is something, when you compare it to other countries, in particular the one where I come from, those protections are not in place, or they were not in place at the time that I researched this video just a few weeks ago. So it was amazing to see that all of these protections are actually here in place. In 2013, the Dutch Parliament overwhelmingly approved a bill allowing transgender people to change their gender on all of their documents without requiring surgery. So it allows for people to identify as who they identify without having to have surgery, which is a pretty unique feature of this law. And it's pretty incredible how just easily you are able to do that. Previously, the Dutch government had required sterilization of transgender individuals, so that, yeah, I mean, you couldn't have a child if you wanted to. But in 2020, there was a lawsuit filed, and by December of 2020, the Dutch government actually apologized and issued reparations to any transgender person who had been forced to undergo a sterilization. Speaking about 2020, another huge thing that happened in the Netherlands in 2020 in July was that the government made it known that they're going to be the first country in the world to abolish gender identity markers on official paperwork as of 2025. So on official identity documents, there will no longer be a male or female gender marker anymore. You just are who you are and not a social construct of a gender. Conversion therapy is something that I think a lot of young people might still have to deal with in the United States. These kind of programs that deprogram you from being gay and turn you straight, that are actually really, really quite harmful. Well, since 2012, those have not been covered by insurance in the Netherlands, and they have just not really been very well accepted. However, currently, I'm not sure, maybe you guys can let me know, it is either in 2021, it was announced that it is either now fully banned or they are working on a law against conversion therapy in the Netherlands. So not only will the government not pay for it through insurance, but it will actually not even be allowed anymore. So that's kind of a new thing happening. It is really interesting that there is this medication that you can take if you're a homosexual man called PrEP, and it works to prevent you from getting AIDS. And this drug, I think it costs a lot of money in the United States if you want to take it. Well, in 2019, the Dutch government included it in its basic health insurance. So gay men are able to be on PrEP, and another benefit of taking that is that ultimately it saves the government an estimated 33 million euros, no dollars, euros on HIV treatments. The last thing that I want to talk about in this video, and this is a comparison with the United States, is that in schools, there is a big difference in what kind of sexual education that somebody can receive. There's also a difference in the Netherlands depending on what school you go to, but it is quite common in the States that you have either abstinence-only sex education, where you are being taught that the only way to not have a baby is to not have sex, and if you're a teenager, like, that's just crazy. But one thing that really shocked me when I was doing the research for this video is that a lot of states that even do allow for actual accurate sex education of their minors, or of the students, there is something called a no promo homo law. Hang on, let me just refer to my notes. Several states have no promo homo laws, which limit the instruction of LGBT issues in the classroom. Now, in the Netherlands, starting from age 4 or 5, you're already getting age-appropriate sex ed at school. So students in the Netherlands are getting, from a very young age, just messaging that being gay is just normal, and straight sex is normal, and gay sex is normal, and no sex is normal, and whatever is normal. You are learning to respect your own body and look after your own health, and not be so concerned with what other people are doing, because you know what? It's none of your business. So overall, all I want to say is that there are a ton of protections for gay people here, and not just special protections, they are equal protections. They are treated equally the same as other people. That is not to say that every individual citizen treats every individual citizen this way. No, this is on a government level, on a policy level. Everyone's the same. There are still assholes. There are still dumb people. There are still people who are not kind. But overall, I think that your experience as a gay person in the Netherlands is going to be much better than in many, many other countries, because of what I read to you, and what I told you about how the government feels about really promoting equality. So that's it, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you find it useful. I hope it's helpful, and please do share your experiences if you are in the LGBTQ+ community. Share your experiences of what it's like here, or what it's like in your own country. Let's continue the discussion down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed spending some time with you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.